Hey everybody, movie here, just got a nice review. So with that said, there was a time when I thought that I was only going to do live action movies. Thanks a lot for sending me this.
Next to managerliness. I'm ready for motion. I'm ready for what are you doing in here? I have to tell you something, Squidward. Whatever it is, can't it wait until we get to work? There's no shower at work. What do you want? I just wanted to say I'll be thanking you in my managerial acceptance speech today. Get up!
I think you can all tell which one this movie is. This is of course from 2004, the Spongebob Squarepants Movie. I made this because a friend of mine requested that I do this one. And because of my future plans, I'm gonna have to do some animated movies, seeing as how I want to roast some of them. And also the recent announcement of SpongeBob SquarePants Sponge Out of Water in 2015 next year coming up. So, like this movie, right? First thing I want to clear up is I love SpongeBob. Okay, I know I don't review TV, but I do like SpongeBob. I think he's fucking hilarious. I mean, I've seen the shit that guy's done. I mean, so obviously this is not the first time if you love SpongeBob that you've seen this movie. Basically, but most of the sins I have with this movie are actually all of them are just inconsistencies with the show. So that's a good thing about a movie. That's definitely a good thing if the only sins you have with it are sources from actually taking away from the source material. Which, before you ask about any of the books that attend these movies, I do not read the books except for Narnia because the books don't fucking matter. Okay? So before I get on to reviewing Harry Potter or LOTR, the books don't fucking matter. Okay? So, the story of this movie is, obviously, you have SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, etc. All living happily in Bikini Bottom, except one of them isn't living very happy, which is obviously Plankton, who still wants the Krabby Patty formula and the basically to rule the world. And to get this, he steals the King Neptune's crown from his palace, obviously, and places it in Shell City. But he frames Mr. Krabs and says that he stole the crown. Like, he has to go out a piece of paper and say, "I stole your crown, signed Eugene Krabs." So now Mr. Krabs has been frozen solid. Squidward has obviously got nothing to do with it. So now it's up to SpongeBob and Patrick to do basically just go find the crown. So what do I like about this movie? Let's face it, I like the simple fact this movie even exists. That's just awesome. I mean, I love SpongeBob, so. And then I feel like several times in this movie there's a massive fuck you to the fourth wall. I mean, let's have a count. The pirate sing "Who Lives in the Pineapple Under the Sea," them crying when SpongeBob dies. Let's see, David Hasselhoff. And finally, what else is there? Them going to the real world. That's the fourth wall. Basically, that is the fourth wall, fractured. And then another thing that I like about this is it's all the same voice actors from the show. I mean, I really like that. In some adaptations I've seen, the Tom and Jerry movie, for example, unfortunately, they use different voices from the show. But this one, you have Tom Kenny as SpongeBob, and that's the only name I know. But all the other names, they're all right in there. They're in the mix. Like Squidward's the same person, Plankton's the same person, Sandy, when she's in there, is the same person. I think they even use the same sound effect for Gary. And then the final thing I like about this is just basically this is a personal preference here. They come across the Cyclops, which turns out to just be a person, which you never see the face of. But when you got Sponge and Patrick here, you got Dennis here, and then you got Big Boot just coming along here. Just like when Big Boot was up there and it was panning up towards him, I felt a little bit of Godzilla in there, if you know what I mean. Just like that one scene where Godzilla's at the airport with the Muto, just like he's about to just put his foot down and just kick everyone's ass. But I felt a little bit of Godzilla in the Cyclops, which I really like, which is kind of a personal preference. And then here's the bad points I have with the movie. I virtually have hardly any bad points with the movie, but I have to take some things away from it because of the differences from the show. First thing I didn't like is at the end. I'm not going to say all the variations from the show in this. I'm just going to mention like 3 or 4, but some of the things. So at the end, King Neptune, when he's about to kill Krabs, he locks Mindy outside, and she's like, no, 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 no! Like, she can't get into the front door. Granted, this isn't the Krusty Krab 2, but if it's the Krusty Krab 2, then why didn't she just use the back door? I mean, the original Krusty Krab, that had a back door, and so does the Krusty Krab 2 in that respect. So I'm not sure why she doesn't use the back door. If she's that wise or knowing, she doesn't, I don't know. And then another thing that I don't like is they make it seem like this is SpongeBob and Patrick's first time on the surface, which is not technically true. I know they're going to the surface again in the 2015 movie, but that they went to the series. Actually, they went to the surface once before, if I remember right. I think Sandy made a bet for them that they couldn't last like, about 10 minutes above the water, so SpongeBob, Patrick, Mr. Krabs, and Squidward all went up to the island, just above the island up there. And then I'll just cover this. I know there's a few more things wrong with consistency between the show and the movie, but since I'm called the movie review, I can't really go into that very much detail. And the final thing is, this is basically a major nitpick. I swear to God, if this is Plan Z, or Plan Z, if you're American, if this is Plan Z, then that makes this the 26th time that Plankton has tried to steal the Krabby Patty formula. Bullshit! He has tried to steal the Krabby Patty formula more than 25 times. Because you've got A, B, C, D, E, F, can't remember off the count. But you've got more than 25 times trying to steal the formula in this. And you make it seem this is the last plan he has. I mean, Plan 26 is the last plan he has, which is kind of bullshit. And then, so I give this movie a 6.3 out of 10. If you love SpongeBob, go see it, definitely. If you just like fun movies, go see it. Well, go watch it, it's not in cinema anymore, but oh well. And then this final note I want to add is the fact that SpongeBob and Patrick apparently die in this movie. So, I timed how long to their actual death for, because obviously they come back because of the water. And the grand total is, yep, 1 minute and 3 seconds. That's how long they died for. It's not really a sin or a take back, but that's how long they were dead for. I mean, I just timed it. It's a new record, by the way. This is not the first time that they've died before in SpongeBob's history. They've died before in the show quite a few times, but this is a new record for them. They lay down for a solid 1 minute and 3 seconds, which congratulations. So, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what movie you want to see next. And as always, thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe.